let's go ahead and move on to Ukraine. Some crazy news yesterday. I still really don't know yet what to make of, but significant. Let's put this up there on the screen. The U.S. Embassy issued a flash to all American citizens in Russia with some pretty stark language. Quote, "Do not travel to Russia due to unpredictable consequences of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. U.S. citizens who live or travel in Russia must immediately leave the country." I think one of the extraordinary things about this advisory is not we advise U.S. citizens to leave. It says must immediately leave the country. That's one of the most stark warnings that I've ever seen from a U.S. embassy and from a U.S. consulate. And what was really crazy is that it was done in conjunction with a couple of other nations. Go ahead and put the next one up there on the screen. The French did not go as far as we did, but they said, quote, "France strongly urges its citizens to leave Russia if their presence is, quote, non-essential after the invasion of Ukraine." The weird thing about this is that the invasion happened a year ago. So why are we urging them to leave right now? So there's a couple of indications of things that I've seen. Number one was that they possibly have received intelligence. Oh, Brazil also joined in on this, by the way.
Interesting.
So you got France, Brazil, and the U.S. So maybe they received indications that the Russian government, after the whole Brittany Griner situation, was looking to take more hostages. Possible, but, I don't know why things would speed up now. Number two is maybe we're about to go do something there that might cause them to crack down.
Or our Ukrainian friends.
Right.
Yeah.
Did not escape me that the U.S. and France are two of the nations that actually are two nations that manufacture fighter jets. So yeah, that's one that I'm not necessarily putting away. The other one is just that the intelligence says that a major Russian offensive is about to kick off, of which we brought everybody yesterday, and that in conjunction with that, they anticipate retaliation against American citizens, possibly also civil unrest, because we could have Russia possibly moving to a second draft. I'm not saying that's what's happening. I'm saying that these are all the initial speculations that I've seen. But I mean, they don't just say this every day, which is you must leave the country. I mean, I've never seen a country advisory like that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't know what it means. It's just worth taking note of. And the things that we do know is it is widely expected that Russia is planning to mount a major offensive before Ukraine gets their hands on tanks and as spring starts to arrive in Ukraine. We know that Russian shelling has actually ticked up already. There's some speculation that that offensive has already begun. So, the expectation is, and there's a reason also why Zelensky has taken this time to travel around to Western allies and ask for fighter jets in particular and longer range missiles and to secure the tanks that have already been promised. So clearly there is an expectation that some major offensives are coming now, and maybe this relates to that. Maybe this is about something else. There's no way to know before it all unfolds.
Yeah, look, it's an extraordinary situation. I think that's probably where we'll leave it. Let's put this up there on the screen. And this could have some indication of it, which is that if you'll remember that city of Bakhmut, where President Zelensky visited and liberated right before he came to the United States and famously brought the flag of liberation to the floor of the U.S. Congress. Well, Ukraine actually just told aid groups yesterday, U.S. aid groups specifically, you need to leave. Nobody knows what that might mean, but it is likely a prelude to Ukrainian withdrawal. So aid groups and civilians are no longer allowed to enter the city as of Monday. The military said that the fighting is continuing to intensify in the strategic city in eastern Ukraine, of which the Russians are expected to mount an offensive on. They said that the reason they wouldn't allow it was because of the danger that's going to be posed by street fighting. And the ban on volunteer access has been in the past a prelude to Ukrainian withdrawal. The Ukrainian military says, no, we have retained control of the city. We can resupply our troops. We can evacuate our wounded. But look, it's a precarious situation nonetheless, and at the very least, it is being contested, right, Krystal?
Yeah.
So that's what we can surmise, I think, from this situation.
Which really underscores the fact that this war, unfortunately, has a long way to go, and the fact that Ukraine, really outperformed expectations and had a stunningly successful performance in the spring and summer offensive. No guarantees for the future. Russia has had time now to incorporate those hundreds of thousands of troops that they called up before and send them into the front lines. And so, there's a fear that the dynamics could ultimately be shifting in real time right now.
Yep, absolutely.
Hey guys, ready or not, 2024 is fully upon us now, and Saagar and I have been brainstorming ways that we can really up our game for this critical election.
Yeah, we rely on our premium subs to expand our coverage, to add staff, to upgrade the studio. We just want to give you the best independent coverage of this election, which is possible. So if you can help us out, become a premium subscriber today, breakingpoints.com, or the link is down here in the description video. It really means the world to us, and if you like what we're all about, this is the best possible way to keep us 100% independent, working only for you.